This week I set up my Twitter account and also a TweetDeck account to follow certain stories that I'm finding of particular interest. What I like about Twitter is, first of all, that it's a medium that all of you are quite familiar with, and also it's a medium that permits me in very short form to glean the ideas of a variety of different individuals and organizations. So it's sort of its own jurying process if you're following a particular issue. I have a tendency, to be honest, to read a few sources. That is, the New York Times, The Economist, The New Yorker. What Twitter does is introduce me to a variety of other sources, some of which are worth considering, some of which not so much, but at least it gives me a lot of different opinions on whatever issue that I am covering. I think that's important, and I think it's important for all of you. The Transpacific Partnership is a very important issue for all of us to be aware of. It's going to give you an opportunity to learn a lot about global trade through a very timely medium. The debate over TPP will be ongoing, I would have no doubt, throughout our school year, and brings us back to some historic issues as well. The issue of NAFTA, which you may have read about in junior year, and other free trade agreements that we have been involved in. So, full disclosure, let me tell you how I'm feeling now about TPP. I'm actually very strongly supportive of President Obama. I'm very glad that Congress finally gave him the fast-track negotiating power that he needed to continue with these negotiations. I think the United States would be very ill-advised not to be part of this conversation, and I'm very glad that we are now part of the conversation. I recognize that there are concerns about our ability to compete. I recognize the concerns of labor in the United States and our continuing concern about fair trade practices. These are all important, and they're all part of that larger globalization question that we're going to, as economists, be addressing in the coming months. So, what I'd like you to do now is to set up your own TweetDeck if you don't have one, and I'd also like you to include in that, among others, a hashtag for Transpacific Partnership. That will be a place that we'll all go to look at articles of interest to us and hopefully do some retweeting and some commentary that will continue to enliven this conversation in the months ahead.